Okay, day two of the engine, the L28. I've got it mounted to the Harbor Freight engine stand. That was a lot of fun. I finally figured out it makes more sense to kind of get the bolt started into the engine first and let these other pieces hang loose and then kind of slip them into the slots rather than putting this in here and trying to wrangle with that. Anyway, you'll figure it out if you have to do it if you don't already know that. So we got it mounted. I got the cherry picker put back. The only thing I have to do now is start taking parts off. Oh, I did take another couple more parts off. I took the alternator off, took the alternator bracket and the alternator off, just to get some weight off of it. I don't know if I can spin this thing around in this kind of, well, anyway, you probably can tell there's no flywheel here. I took the flywheel off, obviously, because if you don't take the flywheel off, you're gonna have a heck of a time pulling that crankshaft out. You know, once you've got the if you decide to go there. So crankshaft's off. There was some leaking going around the main seal down here, which I know you can't see. I'm sorry, but a little big leakage down there. But yeah, going good so far. So probably the next thing you'll see video of will be after I pull these manifolds off, which hopefully that won't be too hard to do because I have that induction tool heater. The problematic bolt is the one right back here. That one usually is broken. This is not broken. That's good. So hopefully that will come off with the induction heater as well. Other things. I'll pull the manifold off just whole. Leave all the wires attached, everything. Just put the whole dang thing right back in a box. And I'll of course get the compressor off. That's one of those Saden aftermarket compressors, which I guess is, you know, I don't know if that's some kind of special mount that uses that compressor or not. I don't remember how the stock setup works, but I guess it's interesting that it does have that Saden. So maybe if I wanted to convert, I could use that mount instead of using my my old compressor that came with it, my Hitachi compressor. But to be honest, this one's locked up solid as a drum, whereas my Hitachi compressor, which is 45 years old, works fine. So maybe I'll just stick with the Hitachi and keep the Sadens. You know, I know that's what everybody goes to nowadays, but and it's a lot smaller and I presume a lot lighter than my Hitachi, but I'd rather have something that's heavy and works than something that's light and is fragile. Of course, I'll need to also pull off the engine mounts. Then I'll tilt the engine over, you know, about 90 degrees, get the pan off, make sure there's no junk in there, clean that up real well, put the pan back on, then I can flip the engine upside down and really take a closer look at the bearings. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm still making a little bit of progress. More to come when I get those. Oh, I'll get the intake and exhaust manifolds off. I really am looking forward to pulling that valve cover off to see how the valve drain looks. I got some walnut shells from Harbor Freight for my little, you know, little small. I have one of those little small handheld sandblaster things. I'll put the walnut shells in there. I'm just curious how that's going to work with this badly oxidized aluminum. See what that does. I don't really care, but it's always fun to play with stuff like that. I've never used walnut shells. I don't know anything about that, so it'll be interesting to see how that cleans up. All right, more later.